Hey all, before we get into the reaction video today, I want to go over what's been going on. For those who didn't see my community post, just real quick, I had to fix my computer essentially, and I had to get all the files I had on, like OBS, my editing software, all that fun stuff. And so my setup's going to be a little bit weird for a little while longer. The computer itself is fine. The editing software, my thumbnail, Photoshop, GIMP, the editing software for pictures is back, as well as just the only thing I have to work on is getting my dual monitor set up to actually display correctly. So it's going to be a little bit scuffed for this reaction video. So I hope you guys understand if there's a little bit of scuff. If you hear speakers going into the microphone, it's because of this makeshift setup I have to do till I perfect everything. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. As said in the intro, the setup is a little scuffed, hence why you're seeing things like this. For today's episode, Hulk from Marvel Comics versus Godzilla, the king of the monsters of Toho. Hulk and Godzilla have had episodes before, so I am familiar with them. And it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Hulk was previously on against Doomsday and Broly, and Godzilla was last on against Gamera. Smoke detector, be quiet. But it's gonna be cool to see what they do this time. Hulk, I didn't really enjoy his comics or his games too much compared to the other Marvel characters. Godzilla is something my girlfriend Paige has been really into for years, and he's just that iconic that a lot of people know just who he is. So it's interesting to see how these two are going to match up. I think this was Hulk's third most requested opponent compared to Doomsday and Broly. So, who do I think is going to win? It's a tough call. There's been guest researchers on this episode apparently. And the G1 blog did not touch this debate, and I don't blame them because this is a weird one to get into. Because there's a lot going on. Am I 100% confident in who I predicted? No, but on that, I went with the Hulk. I think there might be something that Hulk has that can put Godzilla down for good, considering the variety of villains Hulk and company have gone against Marvel. I'm sure there's something that can help Hulk win. Whereas with Godzilla, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. But hey, could I be wrong? Definitely, especially with this one. With that being said, let's get into the actual episode. Well, that's a cool way to start. Damn that roar.
The Hulk versus Godzilla.
Marvel's Green Goliath against the king of the monsters. He's whizzing
What an intro.
And it's our job to analyze
the
weapons,
one looks
armor,
pretty
and
dope
skills
as well.
to find out who would win a death battle.
Woo! Bill Bixby, is that one of the Marvel, like one of the founders of Marvel?
What is the Hulk? Is he man? Is he monster? Or is he both?
He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the Gamma Bomb.
A weapon designed by the
Hooray
greatest
for gamma
scientist
radiation.
of all, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner.
But just before it went off,
So Bruce is the middle
had to be
name,
a
okay.
hero and save some dumb schmuck who was hanging around the test site. Damn it, Rick.
That day, Bruce Banner died.
And became
Sort of.
the Incredible Hulk, a pissed-off giant who must be really glad Bruce wears the purple stretch fit.
Standing 8 feet tall
I
and
mean, is there a
stronger
story
than
why
10 million
Hulk
men, the
wore
Hulk
purple in
emerges
the
when
comics?
Banner's
Or-
anger flares.
Don't
I guess I'll probably
make
get into
him
it if
angry.
possible.
You won't like him when he's angry.
But it's even more complex than that. Banner
Okay.
suffers from dissociative identity disorder, with many different Hulks embodying alternate personalities.
Like Joe Fixit, the original Grey Hulk.
Oh,
He's
okay.
a cunning gangster and the only Hulk who's got that drip.
The Devil Hulk
Really?
is a violent,
Drip.
overprotective personality that Banner unintentionally manifested as a result of his father's abuse.
Holy
Youch.
shit! Somebody actually drew this?
But the Hulk
Yeah.
everyone knows, the big
Likes
guy,
puppies.
is known as Savage Hulk. It
That's
seems
fair.
he also developed from parental abuse.
They're separating
hence his
height and weight for
childlike personality.
Bruce.
Though I'd argue he's more
Is
clever
that something
than you'd expect.
they've done for the first
angrier
time
he
with
is,
Hulk
the
episode?
stronger he
Or
gets, with
I can't recall off the
no
top of my head.
limit.
Except for one, Bruce Banner. See, Banner's relationship with the Hulk is complicated.
Oh,
Yeah.
they hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally, they can come to an understanding. The alter best representing this would be the Professor Hulk.
Hello,
a
Professor
balanced
Hulk.
blend of Banner's brain and the Hulk's brawn.
The buffest nerd you'll ever meet. But what about
That's
when
true.
Bruce takes a step back? If he isn't trying to restrain the Hulk, what do you get?
The Green
Big, angry
Scar.
fighting machine.
The
That's what you get.
World Breaker.
Without Bruce's temperament, the Hulk's power and fury surges, mixing Savage's rising strength with the personality and cunning of a warlord. The
Yeah.
Green Scar is no mere superhero. He's a king and a conqueror.
Hulk
Is that the
strong
one that
enough
took
to
over
lift
Sakaar, or was that
150
Maestro?
billion tons of rock jump from New Mexico to
She-Hulk
Florida
tried
in
to
a single
reason both
bound
forms, but she
and
could barely
shape
lift.
all
Okay.
the dimensions connected by the crossroads at once. He was
Huh?
pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say World Breaker, we mean it.
The Spear
While
of the Star thing
sparring with Red
sounds
She-Hulk, the
interesting,
two of them
especially with
shattered
Mjolnir
a
being
whole
made from a broken
planet.
star.
At one point, he was bound in chains forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which
Oh.
could bind eternity itself. Not even Galactus was capable of saving eternity alone.
So he
and the Hulk
broke
just
eternity?
broke it by himself.
Maybe Thor should rethink calling himself the strongest Avenger, especially since the Avengers first assembled because none of them could take down Hulk on their own.
Speaking of Thor, the Hulk
Yeah,
consistently battles on par with him, even when he held the Odin Force, with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances and match the power of Null, who killed
Okay.
countless Celestials. Even without it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in
Force
seconds.
being a thing
Hulk
that
tore
they
a
didn't bring in
universe
for
apart
last
with
time.
just a clap.
Why?
Good luck with that, Hammer Man. But the green guy's got way more going on than just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from gamma, he can utilize and absorb it and other
Precisely.
radiation in various ways.
Yeah, like regenerating from a
Bummy
fatal
black.
wound. Even getting ripped apart by Wolverine barely slows him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
It gets weirder. Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers from his eyes and read people's minds? Oh, also, he can see ghosts!
What?
And give him a good old-fashioned Hulk smash!
Hulk can break through the boundaries of comic book borders themselves into the empty
What?
white
When
between
was this a
panels,
thing?
a gutter space beyond time and concept.
What, like how She-Hulk can for some reason break the fourth wall and talk to the reader? Oh, wait, that
Oh.
makes sense now. It's all gamma!
Exactly. In real life, gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But
Okay.
in Marvel Comics, gamma comes from hell!
On Earth 616,
Dun, dun, dun,
gamma
dun.
radiation is an electromagnetic frequency that can manifest as either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody
Imagine, like,
really
looking back
understands.
then and
Except
comparing it
for
to now.
Bruce.
That's right. Dr. Banner
With
is
gamma
a
radiation.
certified genius
Jesus.
with 7 PhDs. According to Norman Osborn, he's the 4th smartest person on the planet.
And that's comparing him to big brains like Reed, Doom, and Tony.
I was gonna say,
built the
I think those three are
Collider
probably
Synchrotron,
higher than
a machine that can
Bruce,
scan the
right?
entire multiverse with the speed of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes.
What?
He built an interstellar radio on a deserted planet without any pre-established technology. He wired up
I
Hulk
mean-
like a starship, piloting him from the mindscape within. He even built an ultimate nullifier.
I'm surprised they're
In fact,
going
the
into
original
Banner,
intent of his Gamma Bomb
in
was
depth
to be
like this, but
non-lethal,
I think it's
only targeting
necessary.
inorganic material.
But Thunderbolt Ross wanted something with a
Thunderbolt
bit more
Ross.
boom. Hey, can't blame him.
Fearing its ramifications, Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his own, keeping its design secret. In the
Okay.
process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality.
What
on that
is
fateful
going
day,
on
he
anymore?
opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the bomb killed Bruce? That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came back as Hulk.
Came back
Okay.
from the below place.
What
hell
is the
beneath
below
hell,
place?
The lowest possible dimension of reality.
It's trippy, but whenever Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes back to where he was before. Easy as that.
That explains,
it doesn't matter if
why
he's
we
been
saw Green Door and
atomized,
Hulk
sliced
Broly
up
now.
into
Gotcha.
jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the door, he's back, ready to rumble. The green door did get locked into a red door, but he's easily broken through it multiple times. Not a problem.
It turns out that third form of gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below all, the dark side of the one above all.
That's right.
Okay.
God has a Hulk, and it wants Bruce to bring about the end of all things. But Hulk just said, nah.
So, what
He's like, "No, thank
is
you."
The Hulk. An uncontrollable monster, a prison for a tortured soul, a super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk. And
Yeah, Hulk's like
the
all those
strongest
things.
one there is.
Time for Godzilla.
The year was 1946. The press gathered at Bikini Atoll to witness the power of the nuclear bomb.
Yay!
But many leagues beneath their feet,
Not really.
something ancient stirred.
Godzilla, the king of the monsters. He was pretty pissed off over the worst wake-up
I mean,
ever,
understandable
so he
being
swam to
pissed
Japan
off.
for one hell of a crash out.
Japan was still recovering from the war, so seeing this mutilated radioactive monster towering high like a mushroom cloud wasn't just frightening, it
was
seemed
horrifying, you
prophetic.
mean.
The bomb was just the beginning. Man had sparked
I have a
the
feeling
end of
Godzilla's
time.
analysis is
Complete with
dated
googly eyes and the most epic roar ever.
because of how much has happened with this character.
Over the years, there have been many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 27 different Godzillas stomping around.
Okay, what is
Not
that one?
Including Manila, the Scrappy Doo of Kaiju. Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy Doo.
Despite
Damn.
the variety, Godzilla is
President of the
somewhat
USA
consistent,
Looney Tunes.
so we'll examine his entire history, focusing on the larger releases. In most iterations, Godzilla is a
Santa
rare
Claus?
theropod
No, really.
that went dormant for millions of years
Yeah,
before
I
nuclear
believe it.
bombs mutated it into a gargantuan radioactive monster.
Standing 165 feet tall, at minimum, Koji smashes through
So his maximum's
skyscrapers
2
with
feet?
ease.
Huh.
He's so casual about bullets and rockets, they might as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just
I thought
pump
it was
up his
more like
size.
rain.
He's got atomic breath.
A concentrated beam or spray of radioactive heat. With an estimated range of 1,100
Well,
miles,
nuclear
it can
radiation and
exceed
gamma radiation are
500,000
kinda
degrees
different, right?
Celsius, almost 90 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
But depending on how much radiation he's absorbed, or life energy from a giant pterodactyl, he can
Okay.
do way more with it.
His red spiral ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat and power. And
Nice.
spins.
Or he can blast it out of his back and fly.
Whee.
Well, he could always do that, I guess. Look at him go.
With enough energy built
That's-
up,
that's still one of the
Godzilla can
funniest things in
blast a
Godzilla's
nuclear
original
pulse
analysis,
out of
though.
his whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic destruction.
His breathing laser can even break through dimensions, like when he found himself face to face with a giant mech piloted by Hatsune Miku.
There's
Hooray!
also a number of era exclusive
For purple,
powers.
that is.
Shin Godzilla can fire rays from his tail.
And Hanna-Barbera Godzilla can fire rays from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Effectively
Pew,
a
pew,
living
pew, pew.
nuclear reactor, Shin possesses a natural phased
So I feel
array
like now
radar
people just
that can
want
detect
Hatsune
and
Miku
attack
on the
threats
show.
automatically.
Just saying.
Godzilla Earth, who grew over 1,000 feet tall across 2,000 years, could make a barrier only penetrable by kaiju that can bypass physics.
And don't
Ouch.
forget, Big G can ball with the best of them. After Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes, Godzilla got busy.
Damn.
You know, it's kind of hard to emphasize just how impressively terrifying Godzilla can be when you're bringing up this sort of thing.
Oh yeah? Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when his presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw Biolante, which weighed
Who?
200,000 tons, or when
Okay.
he no-sold not one, not two, but 3 meteors.
Including the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
And he was
Then
fine.
He went to hell, fought some fucked up versions of God and Satan, and atomic breath that Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the whole planet. That's
Jesus.
scary enough for you? God, I want a
Specifically
Dr.
Godzilla,
Pepper.
the
With
god
such
demon
awesome
guarding
might, he's
the
battled
gate
the
of
most
hell.
dangerous
So
of
hell
foes,
that the
like
Valley
King
Godzilla's flesh
Ghidorah
became
and
his new
Gigan.
flesh and flying
In
Godzilla's
Godzilla vs.
generation.
Megalon, Gigan flew from
Has
the
a limit?
M Hunter Nebula to
Maybe.
Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000 light years away.
But sadly, OG Goji got done in by
Yeah.
the cruelest weapon ever.
The Oxygen Destroyer.
The
Developed
what?
in secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules. The ramifications of such a weapon were so detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design to his early grave.
He got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla. He never really dies. You can
Yeah.
blow up his head, explode him from the inside, or crush him in a black hole.
And he always
he'll
comes
come
back.
back.
Or evolve into an even more powerful form. Godzilla's always possessed heightened adaptation, but many iterations
Kinda like
clearly
Doomsday,
showcase
but in kaiju form.
instantaneous evolution.
And super forms. He's gone full shonen and powered up a few times. So much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even
Huh?
the oxygen destroyer could not permanently end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones summoned another Godzilla, and he rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Okay, why Japan? Couldn't he pick on some other country?
He's stomped
That's
around
fair.
the Americas a few times, but it just isn't the same. Godzilla is intrinsically linked with Japan, a symbol of both their devastation and resilience. A
Yeah.
reminder of the threat of
Very
nuclear
symbolic,
war
I think.
and what awaits those who peer too deeply into the unknown. But also, Japan's in Godzilla's perceived territory. To him, a stomping through Osaka is just another patrol.
He's not always
just
so
a day
bad,
in the
though.
park.
He can be super protective, defending other monsters, his own kid, and sometimes even people. I'd say there's two types of Godzillas: the monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of planet Earth.
Well,
True.
there is a third type, but to understand that, we should first answer a question.
Yes?
How does Godzilla walk?
What?
On two legs, Wiz, obviously.
But according to Square Cube law, those legs should be crushed under his own weight.
Oh god, here we go again.
A creature like
God
Godzilla
damn it.
cannot realistically exist. This proved to be an elusive question for decades, even highlighted in Shin Godzilla, until a new theory was presented in the anime Singular Point.
The
If
what?
Godzilla can't exist in our reality, what if he's from a different one?
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly! What if all kaiju come from a higher plane of existence with no regard for the known laws of physics? This dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a transtemporal conceptual particle.
It's that red dust that's floating all over the place.
Okay.
This archetype can enter any timeline to terraform
Well,
the
where
Earth
did this
and
anime
all of
air, though?
reality so that kaiju can
Never heard of it.
exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas appear in so many universes. They all trace
Yeah.
back to one singular point.
Okay.
Godzilla Ultima.
Sporting the wide grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own
Jesus.
blood is a weapon.
Over 300 feet tall and growing ever more as archetype distorts the universe, Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas.
This is
Godzilla
fascinating,
is
actually,
a
learning about
test
Ultima.
for humanity, a
Well, look at
challenge
the
laid out
timelines,
by an
reference credits,
eldritch
each episode's
entity
singularity
from a
point, implying
dimension we're
connection. The anime
incapable
also
of
references
perceiving or comprehending.
1954.
It's kind of like how when we move an object and its shadow changes. We get why that happened. But to
All right.
someone who exists in only a 2D plane, the shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something totally different. Crazy to think about. Come a really long way from Big Lizard Smash Building, huh?
This
Yeah.
shadow, this
I mean,
wannabe
you gotta
god,
make some
desires
sense
to
of it, I
play with
guess,
and
for
destroy
people.
every single universe.
And Godzilla is its avatar.
Through Ultima, this entity sees the universe as an interactable fiction and can control causality. Ultima himself
Causality?
is a singular point, one of many gateways through which the entity can tamper with reality.
Think of it this way. If something happens that the entity doesn't like, it can just say, that thing didn't actually happen, and presto.
Oh,
it
like
no
the
longer
entity in Dead by
happened.
That's
Daylight,
not to
sort
say
of?
such an event
Like
can't
why
happen
it
in the moment
resets
of
all the time,
occurrence,
maybe?
but the
I
entity
don't know. I'm
disconnects
making stuff
cause
up.
and effect and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
Huh.
Now my head hurts.
Same.
TLDR, Ultima tried to bring about a catastrophe that would end the universe in like a week's time. So, a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used the supercomputer
time-traveling what now?
looking doohickey
The orthogonal diagonalizer.
to zap all of Archetype into its final form, cutting off the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it. Because while each Godzilla has its differences, one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal, and that makes
Practically
him
immortal,
the
yeah.
king.
Holy shit. Well, that was fun to learn about.
Look at the skulls, gaze into their eyes. Now you are completely hypnotized. You've fallen into my evil trap. I order you right now, go to deathbattle.gg.
Wiz, it didn't work. They're still here.
What's? No, Boomstick, this is terrible. How can I get them to go to the Death Battle website?
Just tell them about all the cool Death Battle stuff.
Cinema
like
host
a
Death
bunch of
Battle.
exclusive merch.
Damn.
Every episode ever, even ones not on YouTube, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes goodies. So how about it, guys? Go to www.deathbattle.gg.
Look, there's
All right, you heard them.
What the hover over, but that was Godzilla's original episode.
Deathbattle.gg.
If it came out last week, it would have been like years to
All right, the
Godzilla's
combatants
original
are
appearance
set.
too.
We've run the data through all possibilities.
I don't know who wins.
It's time for
I'm conflicted.
Death Battle!
Well, let's get into it. Oh boy. I like this Godzilla model, looks really good.
Godzilla has reached the city. So far, the evacuation is... Wait, look!
Hi, Igus. And I believe the person playing Hulk played Hercules last time he was on. Yowie! Wee! Cars! I don't think the Avengers have insurance, Hulk. Just saying. Wee! Ow!
All right, Hulk. Time for me to take over. We don't want any trouble.
No! Hulk stays!
Oh. Who's playing Banner? Same guy? That's pretty dope. Ouch! World Breaker!
Think you're strong? I scan the world! Stay down!
Well, there goes his head. And there comes his head. Well, Hulk's giving it his all. What? He just thunderclapped right back into him. The red spiral ray. Dude, my heart is racing. I don't know why. Ouch.
Stupid lizard.
Stupid lizard, he says. Death. Oh, Jesus.
I think I understand.
Uh-oh. If you understand, Bruce, do something. I'm gonna turn on my speaker. Sorry, guys. Well, what happened?
It's been days since the battle began, and the red dust is spreading. Godzilla has grown in size, but we believe we are...
We believe we are dead.
How does it work?
Well, smash.
Well, smash.
1,000,000,000,000,000 to 1 and rising. That's the odds. Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster. 2 + 2 is 5. A right angle
Shit,
is
man.
80 degrees. This element is beyond what we can perceive.
Ouch.
Like gamma. 1,000 times.
Is Hulk really gonna keep trying until he
1,000,000.
succeeds?
1,000,000,000,000.
Jesus.
I just need 1.
Ouch. Whoa. Ow. That's cool. It's visually pleasing.
You did it, big guy. We did it.
Huh.
Okay,
Okay.
run this by me. What happened?
It's complicated, so let's break this
Let's
down
get
into
into it.
3 categories. First up, power. Most versions of Godzilla can shrug off black holes and extinction level events, tag
Right.
beyond light speed foes like Gigan, blow up planets. However, the Hulk is beyond that.
The big guy clapped a universe to bits and shook the infinite dimensions linked to the crossroads. In a straight fight with a classic Godzilla, 616 Hulk smashes the power advantage.
But factoring in Ultima
That's
changes
interesting.
things. The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But Hulk
True.
broke chains made of the first firmament, which could
Right.
overwhelm eternity.
An abstract concept of a being not entirely unlike Ultima's entity.
Even a
Yeah.
small piece of the first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial level of power.
So the
Yeah,
gap
definitely.
in power becomes nebulous. Still, unless Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear advantage in power and stats.
Especially when
tie?
you look at their immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop. Even
True.
with their healing factors, both could technically kill each other, but then just come right back.
The green
Right.
door instantly appears when Hulk goes to the below place, and the higher dimensional entity could always summon a replacement Godzilla avatar. So both Hulk and Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could
Yeah.
somehow prevent what was happening
really
in those
came down
other
to-
dimensions. So let's examine the layers of their multiverses.
Okay.
Marvel's Cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the superflow, and so on until you reach the House of Ideas, the domain of
Isn't
the
that-
one above all.
Oh, I
Since
thought that was
the
the
one
Reed
below
Richards
all
thing.
mirrors the one above all. The
Okay.
below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
Okay.
In comparison, the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite, but does not have the same sort of transcending layers above and below.
Okay.
This means the below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is out of the entity's reach.
So the real
Really?
question is, if they both can't die and Ultima's entity can't affect the below place, could Hulk somehow stop the entity before it destroyed the universe?
It all comes down to Gamma and Archetype.
Okay.
Ultima was defeated in the anime by using a trans-temporal superdimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal
And Bruce
diagonalizer,
could make
turning
that because he's the
Archetype
fourth
against
smartest person
itself.
in Marvel.
Ultima endlessly spews this stuff, so there's plenty to work with. And Hulk can reach into comic book gutter space, so he
Well, that
should
too.
be able to reach through a singular point. But that's not enough.
Fortunately for Hulk, it just so happens he knows someone who, like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past, is an expert on particles from a greater dimension
Very
that
true.
mutate reality
Wow.
beyond our understanding.
I think Richard
Who
said
made
that
a
like
device
if Bruce
with
could figure
those
out Hulk would
particles
win
that
too.
break space-time, like the diagonalizer. Who made a supercomputer that scanned the infinite multiverse with the speed of a hypermind, like the dimension calculator.
Okay.
Hell, the guy made an interstellar radio out of sticks and stones in a matter of days, and even built an ultimate nullifier. It's like he was made for this.
The Green Door waits for no Hulk, including Banner. Even
Okay.
if Ultima's catastrophe destroyed the universe, the door could deposit Banner in a different universe, and he could continue the fight.
He had all the time
Fascinating.
in the infinite multiverse.
There was only one way this
Let's
could
go,
end,
Hulk,
and only
third time's
one
the
person
charm,
who could make it
maybe.
so.
Even among gods
Go
and
for me.
monsters,
That was
man
awesome.
was the Ultima weapon.
The winner is Bruce Banner.
Congrats, Bruce.
Next time on Death Battle.
Episode 200, folks. Ruby Maka. Hell yes.
Subscribe and join as a member to see
Awesome.
more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
That was sick. Let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. So, I was right. Yay, me! I did my best Risk Star impression. I'm happy Bruce won, technically. So that means it's a win for a Hulk. The fight was interesting because of what they were doing with it. The repeat cycle of deaths until it's like respawning until you finally get it right. I thought the crystals with the gamma looked pretty cool. I think the environment was really well done. And poor Dawn, as the reporter, she died. It was just fascinating to learn about. Like, that post-analysis with Hulk was really good. Like, I think all three of his post-analysis were really good for explaining why he won or lost an episode. So I'm really ecstatic for this. As for next time, Ruby versus Maka. I'm excited. This is the one I thought should have been episode 200, either this or Ash vs. Yugi, and with Ash vs. Yugi being delayed, I figured Willy Wonka made the most sense. And we know Luis is helping work on this, whether he's by himself or they actually do somehow incorporate Tori with Luis. We'll find out probably in the coming weeks. I'm super pumped to check out what happens. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment sections. Did you like Hulk vs. Godzilla? Do you agree with the results? And what do you think about next time, Ruby vs. Maka? With that being said, thank you for watching.